Mhm. Hey, folks, how y'all doing? Well, we got out there. We got Grumpy, Timo, Jim, Prepper X, Nina, Shiloh, Mouse. How you doing, Mouse? And probably a couple, two, three more here that I'm not seeing yet. So, yeah, as you can probably see from the title, that yeah, I'm actually awake tonight. So, hey, moms, how you doing, hon? Yeah, last night. Well, yesterday, let's put this: a really long day at work. I came home, went to take a nap, and didn't wake up till about 10 o'clock at night. So, yeah, that didn't work out too good. Hey, Juanita. But that's a small part of why I decided to have this tonight. But there's a couple things I wanted to get out there. Just a couple things I'm going to try on the electronic side of things. Hey, Smith and Wesson, how you doing, bud? Um, just a couple things I want to try on the electronic side of things. To further put out not just my stuff, but get people to X Nation and Anina and Backwoods and everything else. So I'm kind of looking at it as like a conduit, not for myself, not only for myself, but for others as well. So, but I think most of you know I started a Patreon page that Timo and Virginia Prepper are patrons of mine now. Thanks, guys. But I'm doing more attempting to do more written type stuff on there. I started a Patreon page for things that I don't think will translate well into video in a way. So just I'm trying different mediums here. And with the Patreon page, most of my stuff is going to be $1. I'm working on an idea right now that I may make another tier, like a $10 tier, but that's going to be more for like a bi-monthly online magazine type of deal. I'm going to have about 6 or 7 articles in it. Um, it's going to be set up like a magazine, basically. But I'm thinking about that. I'll go. I'll keep you guys filled in on that as I go. But I want to see how hard it's going to be to set up, get the articles written. That's what I'm going bi-monthly. That gives me 2 months to put something together. Um, Along with the editorials, any other correspondence may come in, I could add into that as well. So that's just something else I'm looking at. Um, get my notes here. I also started. It was my own Twitter. I decided that I never really used it for anything myself, just to follow a couple things. That's when I got on it. Now that um, Prepper X started Twitter, I'm on there a lot more, just trying to see what's going on there. So I started one for Diggers Outdoors as well. Basically, I just took my own, renamed it Diggers Outdoors. That's all I'm going to use it for anyway. So, but the other thing, and many of you guys don't know this, is Diggers Outdoors itself as part of social media, not just YouTube, part of social media. I started, a lot of you guys don't know this, I actually started a year before that on Facebook and it never quite took off there. In fact, it didn't take off at all. That's why I've never mentioned it. Um, Somewhere down the line here, I think I might. I mean, somewhere, sometime soon down along the line, I might try to reboot that. And if I want to get enough input to know whether maybe I should reboot it or maybe should I just for the Facebook part of it, just kill it off. It's I'm on the fence on that. Hey, old man, Merry Christmas to you too, buddy. So it's one of those things. Is it's not really doing anything now, but I'm sure a lot of you didn't even know about it either. So I'm thinking about possibly rebooting it, and I'll probably be doing a survey in the near future about that as well. And whatever the survey comes up will probably be what I do with it. I don't know why I did that with my notes. Just a note, the last thing I always said that I was going to have a giveaway at 300. Well, I'm actually a little bit over 300 now on my subscribers on YouTube. So after Christmas, actually after the holidays, after New Year's, keep your eye out. Keep your eye out for that as well. I'm going to have a 300-person giveaway after New Year's. So I'll probably have a few more subscribers by then. But since my 300 came literally like right over the holidays, I'm just like, I could do it now, but I got other things I'm trying to take care of for the holidays. So I'm going to wait till after the holidays and everything dies down. Then I could focus more attention toward that. But how's everybody doing tonight? Anything you guys, anything y'all might want to talk about? Oh, I get it. I get it. FLP. I got it real good last night. Yeah, pretty much. That's what happened to me last night. I came down. Came home. Like, I'm just going to take about a half-hour nap. That was at about 7 o'clock. Yeah, that didn't work too good. Nice. There you go, Tim. Persistence pays off, right? And I do the same thing. You'll see me like try to say the same thing about 4 or 5 times. Like finally, I'm just like JIM. Hey, your moms. Where's Daniel at? Oh, there's Daniel. Hey, Daniel, how you doing, buddy? Actually, there we go. Hey, Prepington Door, how you doing, bud? But yeah, that's what I got going on anyway. And basically, what I'm trying to do is once I get everything pretty much, well, most of my stuff's in place. It's just the Facebook one. I'm kind of, hey, Backwoods. Just the Facebook thing's one I'm kind of up in the air, but I'm trying to tie all this in together and make like instead of just one social media outlet, try to make a social media platform of multiple outlets. So something I've been wanting to try. And no, I did not hear that, Mouse does. Huh. They're shutting down Google Plus, but that shouldn't affect YouTube, should it? Okay. Hey, Billy. Well, whoever's coming to PA, I hope they can swim because we're pretty much swamped right now. Yeah, it's been like yesterday, it rained all day, and today never really dried up at all. So, Yes and no. I know a lot of people on Facebook that have fake profiles, and they actually Facebook ended up kicking out their real profile, and then this profile stayed in there. So I know a couple, two, three people who did that. Yeah, and the only reason I'm doing the Facebook, that's where I tried starting this at the first time. So as I said, like a year before I started Diggers Outdoors on YouTube. So really, see, the funny thing about it is with my actually I use my real name in Facebook, and that's because I run my photography business out of Facebook. So that's you kind of have I kind of have to do that because that plus people know people know who I am because of Facebook and my photography. I literally have I'd say between 2 to 4 thousand people who know who I am, either in passing at horse shows. I've talked to, and my profile does not show that, but you take that number that they like the people number that like you, and with the photography, those people are going to show at least 2 to 3 other people what that picture is and who did it. So people know who I am. So I just OPSEC for me over on Facebook is like non-existent. It just ain't going to happen, especially if I'm running a business over there. So just out of curiosity, Mouse, which game was it? Yeah, because I used to. Oh, okay. Because I played like 2 games on Facebook for a while. Then I pretty much beat them both, and I haven't really come back. I thought you were playing Farmville. Oh, geez. Oh, yeah. I can understand that backwoods. Friend of mine does a lot of the work, and then she goes, "I'll do it if somebody asks," but she goes, "I hate doing basket weave." She goes, "I absolutely hate it." She goes, I'll actually wake up in a cold sweat after I go to bed, just having nightmares about basket weave." Candy Crush Soda. I Oh, there you go, Shiloh. I don't know why, Mouse. I can see you doing the Liam Neeson thing from Taken. I have a particular set of skills. I will find you, and I'll put a cap in your ass. Hey, what's up, RB? Oh, where'd Keith come in at? I missed that. Oh, but Rich said Fred, weren't they a pop band about mid '80s? That's probably the same one I messaged you on too, isn't it, Nina? Yeah, because I'm I like Southern Arc Homestead over on Facebook, so I can send messages that way too if I have to. There's a couple times I couldn't get in YouTube, or for some reason I had to message Nina there, like, I'm sorry I didn't make it. Yeah, relax, don't do it. Yeah, Josh hollers across the way via the redneck intercom. Turn up the volume, just yell louder, you know. And I've used that. We've used that around here, so it's not like I'm making fun of you. We use it too. Pot bin? Not that I know of. Hey, Shiloh, have a good night, hon. Yeah, I thanked Will last night. Will and I jumped into after I got up and moving around a little bit. I was in Will's. Oh, okay. Hi, Keith. But I was in Justin Times live chat last night, so I was in there for a while. Got to thank him for doing that because I was actually planning on doing it last night, and then the sleep thing happened. So, oh, how'd you accomplish that, Tim? Yeah, I feel bad for you, but how'd you accomplish that? Well, I know here I didn't break anything, but for like Monday and Tuesday, my right shoulder was pretty much, well, actually, my whole right arm from my shoulder up on my right rotator cuff. The pain was just radiating down my arm, down to my wrist. It's like my shoulder act up, my wrist act up, then they start playing off each other. Oh, ouch. Yeah, put that thing up, let it heal up, because that's one of those things. Yeah, prayers for it, bud. Yeah, the broken ankle is one of those things that you want to let heal up and heal up right, because if it doesn't heal up right, it will never be right again. Oh, you got that right, Mouse. I got a wrist, a shoulder, an ankle, and a knee that does that. Oh, that's good. That's good. Just out of curiosity, which ankle did you break? Hey, T Bear. Hugs you too, hon. kind of hard to translate through the screen there. Okay, that not that it was easy to get to the car, but that makes driving the car a little bit easier anyway. But I know a lot of people have broke their right ankle and drove with their left. They just kind of threw it over the transmission hump and just took everything nice and easy to just got themselves there. Your husband does that too. I'm sure the last time I fell back in the woods because of mud, trying to go up the hill and just about face first. I caught myself for my face into the mud, but I was mud from here to my toes. And I think the squirrels are still mad at me for as bad as I was cussing back there. So, but yeah. Now getting to the subject of my biofuel stove, I didn't forget about it, but I think I'm gonna hold off till after the holidays with that because I gotta get stuff ready for that as well. So I'm probably gonna I am gonna try to put out a one or two videos tomorrow, just short ones. But the biofuel stove, I'm going to make the modifications to it. And I took a lot of suggestions into consideration. Oh, if I bust my caustics, I'm just checking out at that point. So, but one of the things I'm going to do with it is I'm going to make the feed hole a little bit bigger on that. I took Prepper X's suggestion. I'm going to get longer bolts for it. If I use the bolts, I decide I am going to get the longer bolts, but the bolts are going to be not so I can set it on a stone. I'm gonna make sure the bolts are tight. Instead of setting it on stone, I could sit there and actually sink it into the ground. So it'll be more stable that way if I could sink his legs into the ground. Plus just a couple other ideas I'm kind of kicking around. Like I am going to get the locking washers for it. Exactly. That's if I have to use it like that. I've seen the way Brett uses his, and Brett doesn't use legs. He just sits it right on the ground. So it's just depending on where I'm using that. If I'm using it on fairly level ground, I may not use the legs at all and just instead of just trying to set it on those legs, I can just set it on the ground and that whole base on the bottom is going to be a lot more stable than those four legs. So, but along with that, oh yeah, it was. I was actually in Walmart today. I was thinking about buying another one of those things and doing one of his design as well. Yeah, that. See, Mum's later doesn't live too far from here. How you doing, Tubi? Hey, Lana. But Mom, it's been raining here bad. That's why. That's another reason why I'm not going out there because everything you think is saturated. When I tried doing my videos there, yeah, it was. It was like one of them gag gift Bic lighters actually works. But you think everything was saturated then? You should see it now. I mean, I took the dog for a walk. I think you're right. I think you're right there, FOP. That wasn't a big. That was a handheld torch. That's yeah. And that when we're down at Walmart, I seen one of those. I was like, I almost picked one up. That or have you guys ever seen these Zippos are like that big? Yeah, about yo big, about like that. It takes like a full hand to strike it. You know those things work too. Yeah, I was actually thinking about getting one of them big Zippos because they hold fluid. They do work. They make a flame about that big. I was thinking about actually seeing if I could use one of those as a stove. Not that it'd last that long or it'd work, but it'd be an interesting experiment anyway. Awesome, Smith and Wesson. I'll be looking for it. I was. That's actually one thing I was thinking about Rescue Boss, but this is something I also want to put in my packs. I don't. I can stick my cook system down inside of that and put it all in one bag, and it only takes up about that much by about that much space. So the Mora mystery. Refresh my memory. I did find out about the Mora that I carry. It's a rat tail. It's not a full tang. It is a rat tail. But for a back for a backup, it's good for a backup knife. That's why I carry it. But they do make a full tang Mora too. They're a little bit more expensive than the one that I got, but oh, okay, okay. But I do have a couple other things. But as I said, tomorrow I'm going to shoot just a couple small videos before Christmas. So I think after Christmas, I'll probably get back into the swing of things. But I want to make sure I got all my Christmas stuff taken care of. Oh, that's good, Rescue Boss. Oh yeah, Billy. I did. That's one of the next things I want to try making. Is I want to try making an alcohol stove, and that's the only alcohol I get. I get 91 proof for one of my hobbies because I I do 164 scale replicas and models and stuff. But in order to get to leave the paint but get the tampos off, the graphics, they'll come right off with alcohol, and that 91%, just like one or two rubs, tampos are gone. So I got a nice clean side to work with. Oh, there you go, moms. A 32 quart canner. Sweet. Oh, yeah. They're very dangerous. Like we used to say at my one job, and this knife's so sharp, if you stab somebody, it'll leave one hell of a wicked bruise. But we're talking about stoves. We've got something else tonight. Didn't have one of these yet, and I'm surprised. I don't even know why I didn't have one yet. And I'm not too big on the UST stuff, but there's some stuff that even they can't mess up too bad. Got me one of these old folding stoves. Which, by the way, this is looking probably would work with my sterno too. Oh, that's cool. Backwoods. Hey, Will, how you doing? Oh, that's cool. Thanks for stopping by, and thank you for last night, Will. Yeah, because usually if I'm not here to do the after show for Prepper X, Will do it. So Will's just a great guy. So if you guys haven't checked out his Just in Time Prepping's channel yet, check him out. He has some good stuff on there. Yeah, it's a solid fuel stove. It takes the little fuel tabs, but the sides are high enough that I can fit a sterno can on there. You know, Will. Well, I'm surprised Kaylin isn't here. Yeah, but I think if I do any cross country and overnight hiking, either the one I made or I'm going to carry this one. I kind of figured out well, but this thing here I think weighs all of about 2 ounces. That's it. I don't think he named it the after show, but usually if I'm not there, he'll have one. So, but it's all good. We had fun last night. Yeah, and oh man, that's what I want. That's what I want to try. Try doing a an alcohol stove for it as well. Hey, Eliza. Okay, they want to do. Okay, there we go. There we go. I bumped something and it flipped over to another tab on me. I'm like, oh, I don't want to do that. Well, let's see. I could probably show you with the sterno can, because I got one of these things here too. Which this is going to be the next one I do I do a video on. So remember how this thing goes together here. There we go. Is that? Ye old sterno stove. Nice little unit. Weighs a little bit more than the folding stove. And with the sterno, I mean, either way, you're looking about the same amount of weight. I'd probably go with the UST folding stove though, just for the fact that it takes up less room if I went one of those two routes. That storage stove is a nice little setup. I like that little setup there. And I'm going to give this folding stove a try too. So, and that's one thing I found out with okay, never called her the Esbit stove, but that's cool. Okay, Nina, hurry back. We've done that one before too. Except we weren't cooking anything. We're just trying to get stuff to burn. Okay. Yeah, this one, even if it's just even it says sterno on it, but this stove here, I think I bought for $6 or $7. I mean, for $7 for a sub like this, that's not bad. And it folds up nice and flat because I had it. In a molly bag like this. Has the plastics on the side here, so I think this is a first aid kit or something along those lines. But had it in this. oh, Bix for an outdoor lighter. I swear by Bix. I won't use anything else. Not the cheap ones you buy at the gas station or a Scripto or any of those. It's Bic or nothing. Uh, you know what? I forgot all about that drip torch too, because it's talking about drip torch. Then you said backfires in the woods. I was like, oh, those. In fact, somebody showed me how to set up a yellow dog to work as a drip torch. That's basically, in some cases, that's what a yellow dog is. Except you put the wick in just a little bit looser, so some of the fluid can leak out, and you can use that as a drip torch as well. If you know what a yellow dog is. Pretty much. Ooh, yeah, that's good to know, Rescue Boss. Exactly, Eliza. I got my other stove down here. I don't have the canister. Well, the canisters are down in the garage. I don't want to keep them up here. Until we have to get a fire going, then yeah, go ahead and feed it to them. Ah, okay. You repurpose stuff, Mom Slayer. Yeah, I got one of these too. I got canisters for it. The canisters are actually downstairs in the garage. I'm not keeping them in the house. But this isn't so much for my hiking or base camp. This is for if I would need to heat something up around here to mix something. I could do it outside on this. And this I think ran about $10. So I'm not I'm not going to beat the snot out of it, but I'm not worried about it either. Oh, one of these little burners. Oh, these things are great. I love these little things. See, I haven't played with isobutane yet. Oh, I don't blame you, moms. I don't blame you at all. There's nothing wrong with repurposing. That's why I kind of started that scavenging videos. Eventually, ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with making your own stuff. Yeah, eventually for the propane stove, I want to get a two burner. Yeah, this thing here, this Ozark Trail one, I think could probably handle the percolator. I mean, this thing has a pretty big burner on it. I mean, there's your burner right there. I think I can handle a percolator. You just have to have someplace level to set it. That's all. Yeah, but with this, I think one of the first things. See, I'm about the same way. That's why I'm only going to use this on someplace level. My bike does not have a cart yet. I'm waiting for some stuff to see if they go to tossing out any dollies out at work, over at work, and I may take one of those dollies and try to make a cart out of one of those. Yeah, that's what mine has. I mean, the base, when you get the base opened up, the base is about that big around. But I understand what FLP is saying too, because you got the base and you got that skinny part that where the bottle sits in, and it still gets a little top heavy on you. Welcome back, Nina. But one of the first things I'm going to try to make with that is if I can't, I know of one good place to get pine sap at, so I can make that pine sap salve I've been talking about. Except I just don't have time to get to the other side of Marine State Park to get it. So if I can't do that, I may make. I'm going to try to make some. Don't tempt me backwards. Don't tempt me. But I may try making some fix and wax. I found a couple recipes for that too, and I got the beeswax to do it. I think it's like beeswax, coconut oil, olive oil, and I think one other thing in fix and wax. So, and I got at least two of the three, well, two of those three ingredients. I can't remember what the fourth one is. So, well, I heard that MSR pocket rocket ain't no joke. Man, those pocket rockets are the real deal. They're good. They're good. Oh. In fact, the first time I've ever heard of fix and wax was from David Canterbury, and the guy who shared his formula on YouTube is who used to supply David Canterbury. So, oh, ouch! Oh, it's a wood turtle. That's why over the winter I'm going to go through my pack. I think at 35 pounds, I still think I had it just a little bit too heavy. I'm going to go through my pack and see if I can get a couple more pounds off of it. Try to get down to 30 pounds. I know most people who hike that I know that hike before they put their clothes and their food and their water, and they're at about 35 to 40 pounds. I'm trying to get it lower than that. So, yeah, I've heard many, not just butt hurts say it over any other channel, but I've heard many people say this weight equals pain. So, yeah, they are because you got all the other warm weather, I mean, all the other cold weather stuff in there. Your sleep system is heavier. Your tent system is probably just a little bit heavier if you're doing it overnight. That's the other thing backwoods, especially you know what I do for a living, and I do about 23 miles a day toting heavy stuff around. So, I mean, so for carrying around that 30 pounds, that's like one tote for me. So, because Nina knows what she's doing. Nina's doing it right. It's the rest of us that are doing it wrong. I can imagine that. I don't think I could do because probably about the second or third about the second or third flight of stairs. If I make it that far, probably on the ground crying, I hurt. Being that's at 100 feet of 3 inch or 5 inch, depending, they both probably weigh more. They probably both weigh more than I do. Well, about 100 feet of 3 inch. That weighs what, about 95 pound. I'm thinking, or is that the 5 inch I'm thinking of? Ooh, ouch! Yeah, so I'm probably thinking that 95 pound I'm thinking of is probably the 3 inch in. Oh damn! Yeah, that's what I have right now, Smith Woods. I have an internal frame. And the weird thing is I actually went to REI, tried to get fitted for an internal frame, and none of them, I did not like any of them. I went to Walmart. Yeah, there's that W word. And they had an internal frame pack there from Field and, was it Field? No. Who makes this thing? Give me 1 second. I'm going to pull Wes. And turn on a light. Mossy Oak. Okay. It's a Mossy Oak game pack, but it has a flexible internal frame to it. And actually, I love the thing. I've used it a couple, 2, 3 times, had it loaded down, and it will conform right to your back no matter how you have it stacked on the inside. And it feels good. It just feels good riding back there. So plus the other thing I like about my pack is, and I know when it comes to backpacking, everybody has their own system. I actually prefer a Molly system myself because for my fast moving stuff, depending on how long I'm going to be gone or what I want to take with me, I have pre-made kits in these Molly bags for anything fast moving or anything I want to get to quickly that can hang on the outside. And if I don't need that Molly bag, I can always take it right back off, and I'm not using internal space. Getting that popsicle ready to go live or well. Now, the one thing I want to do for my hiking system, though, is I want to. Ouch. Damn. Again. maybe looking for another 1 or 2 man tent. I got a 1 man tent right now, and it weighs like 1.9 pounds. I'm looking for one that I would go up to 2.5 pounds on the tent. It's especially if it ends up being a 2 man. I'll go up to 2.5 pounds, but I want one that's a little bit better than what I got. Yeah, I just got home a little bit ago. Me and Mom were out Christmas shopping. Ouch. Yeah. Yeah, but this has been fun tonight. Absolutely fun. I'm liking this. But what was I going to say? I was going to say something. Don't you hate that you're going to say something and you can't remember what you're going to say? I call it sometimers. I have sometimers, okay? Yeah, but we're pretty much at FLP's favorite part, promo time. But yeah, as you guys know, this is not my usual night for doing this. So, but I missed the one I wanted to do last night, so I'm making it up tonight. You know how that goes. But first thing I need to ask, hey, FLP, you having a sit rep tomorrow about 7:30? Okay, we'll start there then. Tomorrow night, and that's going to be on the Prepper X channel. Everything's getting moved over to X Nation at the beginning of the new year, correct? Okay, it's going to be on X Nation. Okay, so tomorrow, 7:30 Eastern Standard Time on X Nation is going to be the Sunday night sit rep. Some need to know information there. And before I go any further, I am going to have one. It's going to be the same time in September, about September 22nd. I have to look at the calendar, but it's going to be like the third, I think it's the third weekend in September, maybe the fourth one. But yes, I'm going to be having one of those in September. So be ready, moms. Okay, now we're going to move on to Monday night. Monday night, 8 o'clock, is going to be Backwoods Law and Timo. Maybe me. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. In their chat, which that one's still going to be Prepper X. Is that one going to X Nation now too? Or is everything going? Oh, that's right. That's right. Never mind. Scratch at it's Christmas week, so there's not going to be a Backwoods. I'm not doing Tuesday because that's Christmas Day. Okay, they're all in X Nation. Thank you. I get confused. Sorry about that. Right. That's what I said. So yeah, scratch what I said about Backwoods having a live stream this week, not this week. It's Christmas Eve. I'm not having my Tuesday one because of Christmas. Are you having yours this week, Nina? Or are you going to take a vacation on yours as well? Okay, you are going to have yours. Okay, so get ready for it. 7 o'clock Central Louisiana time. I can't believe I stumbled on that. Or 8 o'clock Eastern is going to be Nina's chat on her channel. Then we're probably going to have the honey badgers too. Which is at 8:30 Central Louisiana time or 9:30 Eastern. So be ready for that. Thursday, if he's on at 6 o'clock Central Louisiana time, will be spicy. As I said, if he's on, so just keep your eye open. And then there'll be the Friday. You having a Friday night? You having the Friday night chat FLP this week? Yeah, since this being a holiday weekend, okay, we're going to have the Friday night panel chat, which is going to start at 8 o'clock over on X Nation. So we'll go from there. New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. I might not on New Year's Day because that's Tuesday. Backwoods for New Year's Eve. I don't know if he's going to have one or not. Okay, he will be doing New Year's Eve chat, so we're going to cross that bridge when we get to it. Okay, but I thank you folks for coming. I love y'all. Appreciate it, and I hope y'all have a great night. See y'all later. Night, everyone. Yes, and Merry Christmas.